new talent. Top tunes and new talent are brought to you by your Dodge dealer, the man who sells and services that beautiful 1956 Dodge, value leader of the forward look. And your Plymouth dealer, the man who offers you a car for the young in heart, the dashing Plymouth for 1956. And here is your host, Welk.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for this nice welcome. And welcome to our second week of Top Tunes and New Talent. I want to thank all of you folks for your wonderful wires and letters after our first show last week. Tonight we bring you more new talent which we feel deserves national spotlighting. Our first guest is a very talented young man from Chicago, 21 years old, and he stands 6'4". Gary Mann, singing On the Street Where You Live.
I have often walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in the heart of town? Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you
Wonderful, young man. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Gary, we are mighty proud of you and very happy to have you. You really have a wonderful voice.
Thank you very much.
I wonder if you would tell the folks the story you told me before the show, because I feel I had a little bit something to do with this man going into the show business.
Well, up until the time I was 10 years old, I sang quite a bit in church choirs. And then about the age of 10, my mother took me to the Chicago Theater in Chicago, where Lawrence Welk and his orchestra were playing. And I was sitting in that audience, and I saw that spotlight gleaming off the rhinestones on your accordion. And from then on, I had a horrible ambition to want to get into show business. And I kept after my father until he got me an accordion. And for 4 years, while my voice was changing, I studied accordion. And then upon graduating Calumet High School, I went into show business professionally.
Well, we're certainly glad you went into show business. We're so happy to have you. Now for your encore, would you like to give us an accordion solo, or would you like to sing another number?
Well, I haven't practiced the accordion for some time. I'd rather sing if I may.
Okay, you may introduce your next number, Gary.
Well, I'd like to sing for the folks. I may be wrong, but I think you're wonderful. I may be wrong, but I think you're wonderful. I may be wrong, but I think you're swell. I like your style, say, I think it's marvelous. I'm always wrong, so how can I tell? All of my shirts are unsightly, all of my ties are a crime. If dear in you I picked rightly, it's the very first time you came along, say, I think you're wonderful, I think you're grand, but I may be wrong. Here we go now, I may be wrong, baby, I think you're wonderful, I may be wrong, but I think you're swell. I like your style, say, I think it's marvelous, I'm always wrong, so how can I tell? All of my shirts are unsightly, and all of my ties are a crime. If dear in you I picked rightly, it's the very first time you came along, say, I think you're wonderful, I think you're grand, but baby, I may be wrong.
Yes, we can certainly predict a big future for this young man. However, we'd like to tell you he's already recording. You already made a record, didn't you?
A few weeks back, I recorded for RKO Unique, and we cut 2 sides, 1 record, Revenge and The Tale of a Rusty Gun.
Good luck to you, and we hope they all sell good, and come back a little bit later in the show and sing some more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll hear more later on in the show from this young man. Right now, let's call on Big Tiny Little Junior and Buddy Merrill. Swing out, fellas. Very much, Tiny and Buddy. Topping the tune poles these days in the Midwestern Minneapolis, where I've spent many, many wonderful days, is a novelty tune in the middle of the house. And here's our bass singer, Larry Hooper, to sing it for you.
The railroad comes through the middle of the house. The railroad comes through the middle of the house. The trains all come through the middle of the house. Since the company bought the land, they let us live in the front of the house and they let us live in the back. But there ain't no living in the middle of the house, 'cause that's the railroad track. When a bill collector comes to the house, he knocks and bangs on the door. So we sit him right down in the middle of the house, and he never comes back no more. No, he never comes back no more. The railroad comes through the middle of the house. The railroad comes through the middle of the house. In and out of the middle of the house, and the trains are all on time. Now here comes the 509. Comes through the middle of the house, in and out of the middle of the house, right smack dab through the middle of the house where the parlor used to be. There's a great big door in the front of the house and a little old door in the back. But we can't have doors in the middle of the house, 'cause that's the railroad track. A relative came to visit the house. He liked to scream and fuss. So we sat him right down in the middle of the house, and he never more bothered us. No, he never more bothered us. The railroad comes through the middle of the house. The railroad comes through the middle of the house, in and out of the middle of the house, and the company bought the land. I'm singing this song in the middle of the house, in the middle of the house.
You to dance now to a tune that's getting to be a top favorite across the nation. It's on Blueberry Hill. 1 and 2.
It's a new world, an amazing new world, the wonderful world of auto dynamics by Dodge 457.
On its way to you soon is a car with everything new from road to roof. A car startling in its beauty, breathtaking in its performance, a totally new and bold concept in automotive engineering and design. It's worth waiting for. Soon, you'll step into the wonderful world of auto dynamics step into the swept-wing Dodge for 1957.
Thank you. On with the show. We bring some more new talent. We bring you two lovely young ladies and two talented musicians. Here are Marjorie and Ann Tremel. One is 15 years old and the other 20. Let's listen to the Tremel Sisters.
Ready to go,
Thank you very much. We certainly enjoyed the harp music here this evening. You know, I'm sort of carried away with this music. I kind of like to have a harp in my orchestra now.
You're laying yourself open, Mr. Welk.
Why? Oh.
Because in December, I graduate from Stanford, and I'm coming down to Los Angeles to live and continue music.
Well, maybe we can have you with us again then, huh?
Thank you.
And we'll certainly do everything we can for you.
Thank you.
And how about letting your sister talk a little bit, too?
Well, my name's Ann, and I'm a junior in Bakersfield High School, and I hope to go into television work as my career.
Wonderful, and it's real wonderful to have you with us. We'd like to ask you girls now to give us a nice background for Larry Dean as he sings Canadian Capers.
Fine.
Once I was alone, so lonely, and then you came out of nowhere like the sun up from the hill. Cold was the wind, warm were your lips, out there on that ski trail, where your kiss filled me with thrill. A weekend in Canada, a change of scene, was the most I bargained for. And then I discovered you, and in your eyes I found a love that I couldn't ignore. Down came the sun. Fast beat my heart. I knew
never part.
Thank you. And Larry Dean, please forgive me for announcing it as Canadian Cabers. It should have really been Canadian Sunset. Now I would like to call on a very talented young man out of our own reed section, Bill Page, to play And the Angels Sing. Thank you, Bill Page. A wonderful job. What a fine clarinet man. Now, friends, here are four little girls we all love so much. The wonderful Lennon Sisters singing one of the newer top tunes, Give Us This Day.
Give us this day to see thy guiding light above. Give us this day to share thy grace with those we love. Let us tend the bough that's broken with gentle care. Be a friend to those who need us. Just lead us there. Give us this day to show the way to everyone. Give us this day, and thy commandments shall be done. Comes the night, the peaceful night, silently we pray in thankfulness for giving us this day. Give us this day to show the way to
ever stop to think how quickly 2 weeks pass? If you'll think back to your last vacation, you'll know exactly what I mean. Well, in just 2 short weeks, America will see for the first time the dashing new Plymouth for 1957. This is the car that has dared to break the time barrier. Now watch this. This is a car so strikingly different in dramatic styling, so packed with revolutionary new features, that competition said it could not be built and sold in the low-priced field. And yet, this great new Plymouth, combining all of the flair of a luxurious custom sports car with the sensible practicality of a fine family automobile, has been built and is set to sell dollar for dollar with its low-priced rivals. So, be smart. Wait a few more days. Be 3 years ahead. See the new Plymouth, October 30th. Thank you.
Thank you. With young America looking in on us, here we have a youngster, Larry Ashurst, age 13 and chock full of talent. He comes to us from Fontana, California, and I'm sure by the time he finishes his little act here, you're all going to be in love with this youngster. Come over here, Larry Ashurst. Say hello to our TV audience.
Hello, everybody.
Speak right up and greet our good audience and introduce your first number.
I'd like to play Sugar Blues.
Get a bit nervous, did you?
A little bit.
A little bit. Well, your playing didn't show it. You played it perfect. Do you realize that?
Well, I hope so. Anyway.
I'd like to ask you to take out the mute and let the folks hear the nice, pure tone of this trumpet. You get such a nice tone. Introduce the next number, too.
I'd like to play St. Louis Blues.
Would you please give our TV audience a little sample of your voice, your singing?
Oh, sure, I'd like to.
Good.
I'd like to sing a little and play a little of 5'2".
1, 2.
5'2", eyes of blue, but oh, what those 5 feet could do. Has anybody seen my gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, clap her, yes sir, one of those. her now. Coochie woo, coochie coo, coochie 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 coo. Has anybody seen my gal? 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, folks, this youngster is about ready to get into big time. He doesn't have to go to school anymore, do you?
Oh, I don't know.
I was just kidding you there. You're going to finish school, and then we'll see that you get in a good orchestra, huh?
Oh, that'd be fine.
I'll tell you what I'd like to do now, just to prove to the folks that your musicianship is good enough that you could already play with a big orchestra. Go over there with the brass section, and perhaps some of this fine musicianship will rub off on my voice, too, huh?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Remember that you go back to school and you study real hard every day, and when you finish school, you come over to see us and we'll help you get a good job, huh?
Oh, thank you,
I have a special treat for you. Do you listen to our TV show from time to time?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the Lennon Girls?
Yeah.
Aren't they nice?
Oh, yeah.
the little one, Janet, she's just about your size, and I'm going to take this horn away from you now and let you dance with her while we play some champagne music. Okay? Come right over here. I want you to meet Larry Ashurst here. Okay, boys, are you ready? 1, 2, Yes, as you can see, there's plenty good talent, young talent in America. Friends, it has been my very special privilege to step into the wonderful world of auto dynamics for a sneak preview of the great new 57 Dodge, which all of you will be seeing in a few more days. Lou Crosby was with me. And Lou, where are you?
Where am I? I'm just plain walking on the clouds. That swept-wing Dodge is on its way. If I could sing, I'd sing it. And if I could play, I'd play it. And if I could dream, yeah.
Step into the wonderful world of auto dynamics, a world that unleashes a hurricane of power that breaks through the vibration barrier into a new realm of silence.
It's a dream car, but it's real. You've never before seen, felt, or owned anything like it. From the wonderful world of auto dynamics, the exciting swept-wing Dodge for 57. Coming very soon.
Thank you. Thank you. On with the show. In our own Los Angeles this week, the entertainment capital of the world, a top tune is Miracle of Love. And here's our lovely little champagne lady, little Alice Lawn, to sing it for you.
A whippoorwill awakens and she tells the golden morn that while the world was sleeping, some new whippoorwills were born, showing the lark and the dove another miracle of love. A bee begins to buzz, making honey out of dew, and roses by the dozen bloom where flowers never grew. Warmed by the sun from above, another miracle of love. Yes, I believe in miracles, that miracles come true. Yes, I believe in miracles. Just look at me and you, two strangers in the morning, then two friends this afternoon. Now strangers in the morning are two sweethearts 'neath the moon, close as a hand in a glove. Another miracle of love.
Thank you. And now here is our own bashful bachelor, Bob Lido, singing another tune topper of the nation, Happiness Street, 1 and 2 and
Now I am a happy, why am I gay? Me and my baby just moved out today. Happiness Street, corner Sunshine Square. Now we don't quarrel, now we're so glad that we're living where love is a fad. On Happiness Street, corner Sunshine Square. They never heard of woes, they never heard of fears, they never heard of blues, they never heard of tears. That's the reason folks are happy there. So pack up your troubles, take my advice. You and your baby can find paradise at Happiness Street, corner Sunshine Square. So pack up your troubles, take my advice. You and your baby can find paradise on Happiness Street, corner Sunshine, corner Sunshine, corner Sunshine Square. Corner Sunshine Square.
wonderful. Thank you. In Boston, Massachusetts, the cradle city of American liberty, they're favoring a beautiful top tune titled My Prayer. Here's Dick Kesner and his Stradivarius violin, along with the Tremel Sisters.
What's going on here?
Don't you know?
No, but I'd like to find out.
Well, we're waiting for Plymouth, the beautiful Plymouth, with custom design and performance to set.
For safety and style and all that's worthwhile, drive Plymouth by Plymouth, it's 3 years ahead.
The town is a-hummin', the Plymouth's a-comin', with torque, glide, and torsion air features we know.
So long and low styling, it's driving us wild, for Plymouth's a-comin' October 3-0.
The beautiful Plymouth, the dashing new Plymouth, the Plymouth's a-comin' October 3-0.
Ah, yes, sir. Folks, be wise. Wait for Plymouth, the car that breaks the time barrier to flash 3 full years ahead. Wait for Plymouth's dramatic flight sweep styling, the torsionaire ride that floats you on a cloud. Wait for the powerful instant safety of total contact brakes. The gorgeous new Plymouth will be at your Plymouth dealers October 30th. You see it then, huh?
The beautiful Plymouth, the dashing new Plymouth, the Plymouth's a-comin' October 3-0.
Thank you. And here we have a very fine top song, Soft Summer Breeze, and we invite you good people to dance. 1, 2, and... Two young, talented people now blend their voices in a new tune that's headed for the top, Two Innocent Hearts, featuring lovely Diane Lennon, one of our little Lennon sisters, and young Larry Dean.
We were two innocent hearts. We were two innocent hearts. Never in love before.
We met at a high school party. Was a party just for teens. As I gazed into a corner, there were two eyes set on me. So he asked me for a dance, and as we danced across the floor, I knew then that he loved me and would never let me go.
We were two innocent hearts.
we were two innocent hearts, never in love before. She was smiling oh so gaily, with a smile that promised more, and I knew that I had never, ever felt that way before. Then she told me that she loved me, and I knew right then and there that this was the beginning of a teenage love affair. We were two innocent hearts, we were two innocent hearts, never in love before. We were two innocent hearts, we were two innocent hearts, never in love before. No, never in love
Very nice. Folks from all over the country let us know how much they like Bob Bruner, the young man that wants to be an orchestra leader more than anything else in the world. He's back with us tonight to lead our champagne music maker in a rousing number, the King Porter Stomp. Here he is now, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Bruner. Bob,
Thank you.
take over.
All right.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you. Come on, and two,
Thank you very much for dropping by. Anytime you want to get some experience, come by and have fun with us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Bob. Tonight, our special dancing guests have been members of the Sigma Chi fraternity from USC. It's a real pleasure to have you with us, fellas, and your lovely girlfriends. How about dancing now to your own song, the top fraternity song of the nation, Sweetheart of Sigma Chi? Come on out here, Gary Mann, and join the rest of them. Sing it for us.
Know.
thank all of our special guests here this evening for being so wonderful on our show, for coming to see us, entertaining for us. We have some real good news for you all. You folks sort of team up a little bit and have a dance as we play champagne music. Okay? 1, 2, and... Friends, we have to leave you good people again. We'll have more top tunes and new talent for you next week at the same time. Meanwhile, don't forget we'll be playing for you also on Saturday night for our Dodge dancing party. And I'll thank you all so very much for being with us this evening. The little champagne lady, the Lennon Sisters, all of our guests, all of the champagne music makers, our entire Dodge crew here, join me in wishing you all good wishes and a pleasant good evening. Good night.
Travel arrangements for the Lawrence Welk Show are made through United Airlines, famous for its DC-7 red carpet service, non-stop, coast to coast.
Don't miss the Lawrence Welk Show Saturday on the ABC television network.